Now we're going to look at how we can configure XLWings using the different options that we have. So let's start at the XLWings ribbon, which in fact is manipulating or storing all of its config settings here in a global config file. On Windows, that config file is here on the user folder and then in the .xlwings folder. So you can also come here if you say user profile %, and then go into the XLWings folder. As we saw earlier, you do need to change at least once a setting in the ribbon so that it actually gets saved here in the config file. Anything that I put here will be saved in the file. So let's have a look. I can open that and you can see there's always a pair of values here from the config value here with the setting. Now, if we don't have anything set in the ribbon, it falls back to the defaults. The idea is that whenever you install the XLWings add-in, without having to change anything, it should work if you have a Python default installation. That default installation is if you can go here in the command prompt and it runs by just, and you can call Python by just saying Python without having to define a path. So now, if we would like to override these global values in the config here, we can do that in two ways. First, we can do that by saving a config file in the same folder as the workbook resides. But let's first see how we can change the interpreter here. So I can go here and let's say we'd like to, first of all, let's see how it works using the defaults. That is working nicely because I do have a default Python installation with XLWings installed. So let's do the following. Let's create actually a conda environment where we will not install XLWings. So we do conda create with the name test and the Python version 3.6, and -y means that we would like to install directly without having to confirm. All right, so we got a new environment here, and I can search for it. It's in my Anaconda folder, env here, and then this is going to be the Python interpreter that we would like to use. So we can just copy over the path, and then importantly, when we paste that, we need to add the Python or Python W at the end. So it's the full path to your interpreter, including the interpreter itself, not just the path. If we do call the button now, we do get an error message that it can't find the interpreter, which means that, well, we need to include the exe as well. And then we get the message that we do not have XLWings installed. So that's a very common error that we see out there on the issues. People are starting to use XLWings, but it can't find XLWings, the Python package, because they haven't configured or they haven't installed XLWings in the environment that the add-in is actually using. So now we have two possibilities. Obviously I could fix it here, but I could also go one level up and take my XLWings config file, go back to my hello directory and paste it in here and manipulate it here for the full folder so that it overrides my my global settings from the ribbon. So let's save that, and when I click now the button, as you see, it does find my global Python installation again, where I do have XLWings installed. So it ignores the interpreter that we set here in the global settings, because we do have a Python config file in the same folder as that Excel file. If now we have several workbooks that use that config file in the same directory, but I have this one file that would like to use a specific other Python interpreter, I can go here. When you create an Excel file using the quick start command, as we did here, then it comes with the xlwings.conf sheet. However, it has the underscore to start with, so to activate that we need to rename it into xlwings.conf. You can obviously, if you do not use the quick start, you can obviously also just create a new sheet with the name xlwings.conf. So now we can change the interpreter here, and bear in mind that when the value is empty, it just falls back to the next level. So that means like it still takes the value from the next level of config, which is the directory here. So to override that, I do actually need to put something in. So actually let's put something in that doesn't work, which is again the interpreter where I'm missing the XLWings package, and you can see again it'll tell me that it's not available. So to override that, again, I can specify the Python interpreter here too, and then it will work again. And it'll still work when I take off here my directory-wide settings, because that is just overriding whatever we have. So this is the most specific version of overriding. I can also then again take it away, and now since we do not have the setting anymore, the config file in the directory, it'll fall back to the global interpreter where we have an environment without XLWings. So there's two ways of disabling here the workbook specific settings. One is to rename the whole config file so it gets ignored. The other is to either delete the whole row with your interpreter, or just set the setting here to a empty value. So this is how we can manipulate the interpreter, and this is as I said, it's a common source of error, because well, sometimes you install XLWings into a virtual environment or a Conda environment, and XLWings by default is just using the global Python installation. So that's a common situation. To conclude this session about the settings, we're going to have a look at the Python path now. So let's just reset this to our global Python installation. Let's just check that, well, let's disable that altogether. Let's just check that things are working again. That's the case. So now there's this other thing about the Python path. By default, XLWings expects a Python source file with the same name as the Excel file here and in the same folder. So if you would like to change that, for instance, you would like to put that hello.py source file into our dev folder here, then you can do that. And what will happen is obviously that it complains about not being able to find the hello module. So to fix that, I can specify here in the Python path my directory of the dev folder, and then things should work again. And as you can see now, it does look additionally to the current directory of the Excel file, it does look in the Python path, and therefore is able to find the source file again. So it's quite a good idea to, as an alternative to always having the Python code in that same directory as your Excel file. It's a good idea, for example, to create a common Python source file folder somewhere, and then adding that here in the global settings, and then you will always be able to find your common XLWings files where you might have a collection of XLWings function, so you can always find that, and you do not have to repeat it for each and every Excel workbook. As a last point in this notebook, there is a gotcha to remember. Currently, we do not handle the current working directory, so when you deal with external files, let's say you have a text file that you read from within Python, always make sure that in the end Python gets the full path to that file. If you just say open whatever file.txt, then it'll have a hard time to find it reliably. So always make sure to use the full file name, constructing something like os path join, and then falling back to the full directory, full path of where your source file is.